Reuben Amorim is not the man for the job. Yes. And listen, I'm not saying this because we lost to Everton. If you have seen my previous videos, you would know that I've always said it. I've always spoken about his lack of flexibility, his rigidity. The man is too rigid for my liking. Now, if Reuben Amorim were to be coaching a club like Hull City, West Brom in the championship, of course, that's where everybody will say, "Oh, he's a good coach." But let's talk about this for a minute. Of course, when he was first hired, everybody was excited, including myself. We were all excited. We supported him. We were excited. Oh, the man that will finally bring the change we desire in Old Trafford. But then, first few games, it was obvious. Your opponent conceded a red card in the 13th minute. That means you have 80 minutes, approximately, let's say 81 minutes to your advantage to play 10 against 11. Tell me something. If it were to be Pep Guardiola, in charge of Manchester United, would he have lost that game? Pep Guardiola is too high. Thomas Frank wouldn't lose that game. Thomas Frank wouldn't lose that game. What happened to dominating? Now, whenever an opponent gets a red card, two things happens. Firstly, they will go defense and they will rely on counter-attack. That's the natural instinct, the natural mindset that comes to any club that has just considered a red card, especially early in the game. But as expected, as usual, Reuben Amorim maintained his rigidity. See, Joshua Zirkzee is actually a fantastic player, but we all know that he is not a clinical finisher. To me, when coming back from the second half, what do you need Joshua Zirkzee in that game for? Why not add an extra body to the midfield, dominate your midfield, frustrate them? If Man U had dominated this midfield and frustrated Everton will be forced to come out. At most, if they defend very well, say there's no luck, there should be a draw. But conceding and yet playing like that. What is Joshua Zirkzee doing in that game? Why not take off Joshua Zirkzee? Play Mbeumo up front. Take Ahmad to the right side, then Mount left side. And then add an extra body in that midfield. Why the like-for-like change? Why removing Casemiro in that game? Make it 3 midfielders. Play a 4-4-3, a 4-3-3. And see what happens in that match. But each time I keep saying it, the man will say he will not change. That is not the system. Any manager that cannot be flexible, that cannot think fast to change things when game is altered, is not a good manager. He's not a good manager. I keep saying this. Now, think about this game. I can't remember vividly. Was it? Yes, Brighton, against Brighton. Man, you were comfortably leading. And then when he made that substitution, they got 2 goals back. What about our match against Sunderland? Sunderland conceded an early goal. And immediately the coach stepped in and made a substitution, brought in Ballard, and the game normalized. But Reuben Amorim would have just watched it to his 80, 70 minutes before he started doing his rubbish substitution. Tell me one good game. Show me one game where this man has actually impacted the game tactically and changed something for the good. It has not happened since he took over Manchester United. It has not happened. So I keep saying it. He's not the man for the job. This man can be in Manchester United. He can be the manager of Manchester United for ages. And United will not smell top 2, top 3. It will not happen. Because he's not the kind of managers that win trophies. Yes, I know some of you might say, but he went 5 games unbeaten. Those were players' efforts. Show me a match where Reuben Amorim has actually impacted his tactical brains to the game. Show me one match. There's none. Because he's not the man for the job.